What are those? Instantiation event. What are the two life cycle methods that will execute? Init and destroy. But they are fixed or anything? They are technically called custom init method, custom destroy. Are you getting my point there or not there? Super, great. Okay, today we are going to take a discussion on factory bean. What bean, guys? When I use the word factory bean, I have to introduce one English terminology called selfless bean. Selfless. You know, selfish? You know, selfless? Tell me, what is the difference between selfish person and selfless person? Speak out, my dear. What's the difference between selfish person and selfless person? Huh? Selfish means he think about himself. Selfless means he does not think about himself. He always thinks about what? Other. Okay. Tell me, mother is a selfish person or selfless person? Self. She never thinks about herself. She always thinks about family member. Father, mix. Sometimes selfish, sometimes selfless, right? At a time he behaves like selfish person. At a time he behaves like what? Selfless. Friends, it all depends. It all depends. Situation to situation, they will share, change their shades, right? Okay, guys. Yeah. What do you mean by factory bean? Factory bean is a selfless bean. Whenever you made factory bean as dependent to some other bean, it never injects its own object. It always injects one or other resultant object. It always injects one or other resultant object. It contains logic to generate those resultant objects, guys. And it happily inject that resultant objects. That's why it is called what? Selfless bean. What's the bean name, guys? Selfless bean. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay, now let me open the IDE and let me open the document. Yeah, now listen. Can I think like this? I have a factory bean which is going to return one of the multiple dependent objects based on the input data I provide to factory bean. So that means using this I can solve ambiguity problem or not there. To the factory bean, if I give X input, it is going to return first dependent class object. Y input, it is going to return second dependent class object. Z input, it is going to return what? Third dependent class object. Okay. If I make factory bean as dependent, is it going to inject its own object or one of its resultant object? And that is indirectly solving ambiguity problem or not there? So that's why other day I said to solve ambiguity problem, we have three solutions. Qualifier plus alias name plus, okay, next one, XML file, right? Number two, using profiles. Number three, using factory bean support. Okay, profiles is a future discussion. Today I'm going to finish what? Factory bean. But sir, generally, how does normal class behaves like a factory bean? The class must implement an interface called factory bean interface. Yeah, factory bean is a predefined interface, guys. You have to implement it. That's a Spring supplied interface where you have to implement. If you want to make class as factory bean, you have to make it as invasive only because it has to implement factory bean interface or not there. Sir, you said it is going to return what? Resultant object. Where it is going to return? There is a method called get object. What method? Inside that we are going to return the required resultant object. Whether that is a first object or second object or third object or secondary. Okay, it is going to return resultant object from where what? Get object method. Are you understanding my statement? Or in factory bin interface, there are two methods or three methods to implement. Number one, get object. There we are going to write the logic of resultant object. Come on. Get object type. We have to specify the type of the resultant object, guys. And is a singleton is a Boolean method. If this method returns true, the resultant object becomes singleton scope object or not. The resultant object simply becomes what? Resultant object or not there. Say something, my dear. Okay, that's good, great. Here is what? 1103. Sorry. 718. Okay, tell me. Factory bean is selfless bean or selfish bean? When I made factory bean as dependent to one target bean, it will inject factory bean object, it's a resultant object. How to make normal Java class as factory bean, guys? By implementing factory bean interface, right? Total, how many methods are there inside the factory bean interface? What are those, guys? Get object contains the logic. Contains the logic. Okay, to return one or other resultant object. Yes or no, na boss? Okay, now tell me next one. Get object type. The resultant object class name you have to return. Last is singleton. What is the scope of the resultant object you want to take? Singleton. Singleton or not? True means singleton, false means not singleton. Everyone convinced with me, guys? Okay, guys. The whatever bean ID I have given for factory bean, does it become bean ID for factory bean class object or one of its resultant object? Yes, na boss. Because factory bean never becomes Spring Bean. It always gets one or other resultant object. That resultant object becomes Spring Bean or not there. That resultant object becomes Spring Bean or not there. Convinced with me or not there. Say something, my dear. Okay, let me open the document. Let me see, guys. You make Maruti Suzuki factory as a dependent to vehicle owner. Tell me, factory will be injected or factory supplied car will be injected? Okay, for the customer, you made one restaurant as dependent. So customer is injected in what? Restaurant object or restaurant supplied biryani object? Yes or no, na, guys? Are you getting my point there? Okay, you married one foreign girl for US visa. Now tell me, you are interested in foreign girl or the visa that comes through her? So, yes or no, na, guys? So now that foreign girl is looking like what? Factory bean or not there? There are some buddhus like that. Lots of people have dream of settling in US. They go for MS, they try that job, this job. Somehow their visa is rejecting, right? Or they are not getting green card. See, after studies for 4 years only, that work permit, all these things will be there. If you want to settle down in US, they need to get the green card. It's a very important card to stay in US. After all channels are open, okay, our Indian Buddhas, what they do? They marry one what? Local Negro girl. Yes or no? It's a contract marriage. Okay, by showing that they get the green card. After 2-3 years, Tata, bye-bye. So now he is looking at that girl as what? Normal beena, factory beena. For officially, it looks like he married her. But he is interested in her or supplied green card. Simple theory, right? Okay. Okay. You are a employee. Your company is your dependent. Okay. From company, you are worried about company or company supplied job. company supplied salary. So company is factory bean for employee or not there? Officially, I love my company. I do anything for company. But internal meaning is what? अंदर का आवाज क्या है? Go to hell Infosys. Go to hell Deloitte. I am working. You are giving salary, right? Fine. I think you understood what is factory bean. So far, whatever beans they have developed, they are normal bean. When it is dependent, that only injected. X is dependent, X class object only injected. Y is dependent, Y class object only injected. But if factory bean is dependent, factory bean object is never injected. It's going to inject one of its dependent class object or not there. Interesting or not there. Can I directly develop the application today without opening any theoretical notes? Ready? Ready? Let's see this model of learning. First, we do practical, we get the subject, we understood use case, then we'll try to study syntax of it. Little reverse engineering, last topic of core module now, boss. Let's do reverse studying. I think you got the basic concept now. Okay, for your sake, I'm revising, guys. Normal spring beans are selfish beans or selfless beans, sir. What do you mean by that? When they are made dependent, they themselves injected, other things are injected. Clear on this point? Factory bean is selfish bean or selfless bean? What does it mean, guys? When it is made as dependent to target bean, it itself injected or its a resultant object is injected. Gulab gang, you are not focusing. Focus. Right. Who is that Gulab gang? They know, I know. You need not to know, right? The day comes when they get the job, I only tell who is Gulab gang, right? Focus, Varasta gang. Okay. Next one, guys. Factory bean is what? Selfless bean or selfish bean? When it is made dependent, tell me. Factory bean object is injected, one of its resultant object is. How does normal class become factory bean, guys? If the bean class is implementing factory bean interface, normal class automatically becomes factory bean or not there? Say something, my dear. Okay, factory bean is an interface. How many methods are there to implement? Okay, they are Java 8 methods, optional, default methods. If you're interested in one method, implement one method. If you're interested in three methods, implement all the three methods. What are those three methods? Get object. There we keep the logic of returning resultant, right? Okay, get object type, class type we have to return. Next is a singleton. We want to see whether resultant object has what? Singleton scope object or not there, right, boss? Okay, guys. Tell me. The bean ID I have given for factory bean will become bean ID for factory bean class object or one of its a resultant object? Okay, guys. By taking factory bean as dependent, okay, by specifying factory bean ID, does it inject factory bean object or it's a resultant object? I think we all set for developing application now. Okay, guys. When class implements interface, if I put one generic type beside the interface name, come on, what does it mean, guys? We are getting some control on the signatures of the interface methods. If I mention X as the generic type, few method return type will be X or not there. Y as the generic type in interface implementation, few methods return type is Y or not there. If you want to get control on interface method return type, we have to design interfaces with generics or not there. So factory bean T, this T becomes return type of the get object method. This T becomes return type of the get object method. Convinced, my dear? Okay. Where is the ambiguity problem application, guys? This one? Strategy design pattern? Okay. Copy this, paste it. What's the project number? Sure? Strategy DP. Solving the ambiguity. What is this? Ambiguity problem using what, guys? Fact. Solving the ambiguity problem using factory bin. That's good, great, fantastic, right? Hmm. Yeah. First of all, I will remove qualifier annotation. What annotation? I'll remove qualifier annotation. Then ambiguity problem rises or not there. Let's feel the problem first. Okay, I will go for strategy DP test. Strategy DP underscore factory bean test. Say next, say next, say finish. Right click, come on, run as, what is there? Java application. Yeah, expected single matching, but found two will come or not there. Expected single matching, but found two will come or not there. One is DHCL, other one is DTDC. You attended 10 interviews, 9 offer letters are released. You are in a dilemma situation to which one to accept, which one to reject or not. Come to me, I will help you. Come to me, I will help you. I will become your qualifier annotation. Okay, first get 9 offer letters. If not 9, at least 5 offer letters. If not 5, at least 3 offer letter and come to me, I will help you. Okay, right. Let it be, guys. Yeah, so far there is a track record of my old students. A girl student who wasted 3 years in IAS, IPS kind of preparation. Later she realized, okay, I'm not going to enter into that sector. She has shown those 3 years gap as experience. And since she has done IAS, IPS preparation, in the span of 8 months, she completed right from C language to Java real-time project, shown 4 years gap as experience, got 6 offer letters, and highest package she got is 21 lakhs. Don't worry. In the coming days, I am going to introduce her also. In coming days, I am going to what? Introduce her also. That's a track record. How many offer letters? 6. What's the highest package? How many years gap as experience? 4 years. And you know one thing? After exactly 8 months, she lost the job because she's been red-handedly caught, showing gap as experience. But did she give up? No. Resigned that company, tried in other company. This time she got another 2 offer letters, and next package is 24 lakhs. Now tell me, getting caught is advantage or disadvantage? Advantage. When if we have a subject. If you don't have a subject, hey Bhagavan, mujhe bacha do. Hey Bhagavan, I will come to your temple with what? Without chappal. Bhagavan will help you if those who are doing hard work. Bhagavan will help you those who are having subject. Bhagavan will never help you who don't have subject. If that is the case, the Purohit who is offering puja every day, he should become millionaire Karodpati by this time. Aisa no na boss. He has direct contact with God na boss. Aisa no na. He's got direct contact, right? But he has never become. And they are not becoming Karodpati. Yes, boss. They say we don't like money. Who don't like money? Everyone likes money. So when you do hard work, ecosystem will support you. When you don't do hard work, no one will support. Do you know the meaning of all the best? Best of luck? The meaning is already you did your part and let the ecosystem support you to enhance your hard work. That's the meaning of it. Fine, let's come back to the subject. What is JRTP course? Java Real-Time Project course. That is called JRTP. Okay, we understood this one, and I don't want to use qualifier annotation to solve this problem. I want to use what? Factory bin. Alright, to develop the factory bin, it's better to take one package now, my dear. Okay, let's take a package. com.nt.factory. Is there any wrong of taking factory as the package name, guys? No. Okay, here. Where is this? Class. Where is this, guys? Class. Okay, can I call this one as a courier factory bin? Not Korean, courier. Everywhere, Korea. Especially 33%, guys. Korean dramas, Korean pop stars, Korean dressing. The worst part, they use a lot of Korean cosmetics saying that I should get glowing skin like that. Korean cosmetics will work on Korean skins, not on Indian skins. And new trend started. I want to marry Korean boy. Yes or no, na? There is no Koreans will come and settle in India very soon. Okay. JRTP separate course or you will teach it, guys. Exactly, Koreans will reject Indian girls LOL. Yeah, definitely, na. Definitely, na. Oh, okay. Fine. Yeah, let's come back, guys. Where is this? Korea. Courier factory bin. Generally, I suggest to have factory bin word in the factory bin class so that I can differentiate from what? Normal bin. Otherwise, how does it know this is a factory bin which is a selfless bin? Some naming conventions we have to follow are not there. Okay. Courier factory bin. What is the one I should implement, guys? Factory bin interface. What interface? Add it. Okay. Here T is there now, boss. Yeah. Can I say dependent type? What is the common type for dependent classes? iCourier is the interface now, boss. And this becomes a return type of the getObject method or not there. So that means getObject can return any implementation class object of iCourier interface. Nothing but it is ready to return what? One of the dependent class object are not there. Super. Finish. Yes, guys. Add unimplemented method. Listen, these two are compulsory method to implement because they are not given as default method. They are given as abstract method. But easy singleton is there now, boss. That is there, there then. Easy singleton method is given as a default method. By default, some logic is there. If you want to override, you can override it. Okay, first of all, let me prove that there is a factory bin, guys. Okay, let me press F3. Factory bin, come on. Factory bin, get object type. Okay, default boolean is singleton. By default, all resultant objects are singleton or not. If you are interested, you can override and change its behavior. Otherwise, you can continue the default method as it is or not there. Okay, fine. To give the feeling, I am just implementing is single. What is there, guys? Is singleton. Where is this, guys? Return true. What is there? Return true. Sys trace. What is there? Sys. Control plus shift plus O. Fine. Okay, now what I do is, I don't want to return fixed DTDC or fixed DHL, guys. Based on the bean ID I receive from property file. Based on the bean ID I receive from property file. At the rate component. Can I give the bean ID as courier, guys? Okay, that's good. Tell me here, what is there? Private string. Tell me. ID. I'm just taking what? ID. At the rate value. What is there? Dollar flower bracket. What is there? Courier dot ID. Dollar flower bracket courier dot ID. Are you understanding my statement there or not there? Okay, that's good. Great. This is my sys trace. Okay, I just want to give the feeling whether they are executed or not. Yeah, sometimes they will be executed twice, thrice. Don't worry. Sys trace. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to get dependent bean ID in this property or not there. From where I'm going to get it? From properties file. So now, first of all, I have to take one package having this property file now, my dear. Super, guys. Array here. Shipping dot ID. What dot ID? Ship. Right click, guys. New. What is there? Package. Com dot nt dot commons. Com dot nt dot commons. Tell me. Here is what? File. Tell me. My file dot proper. What dot properties, guys? My file. Okay. Dependent ID. Yeah, tell me here. Courier dot ID. Shipping dot ID. Shipment dot ID. What dot ID, guys? Shipping dot ID. Shipping dot ID is equal to DTDs. Shipping dot ID is equal to DTDs. What do you say, guys? Come on, everyone. I'm simply saying shipping dot ID. There is nothing but DTDC or not there. Convinced with me or not, my dear? Come on, everyone. Okay, that's great. Now tell me. This will be injected into factory bean property. Come on. Okay, that I can get over to get object method. Here I can write small if else condition or switch case kind of thing, my dear. Okay, tell me what is the syntax of switch case, guys? Tell me, switch case. Switch case spell mistake. You will say switch idea. This one. I forgot syntax here. Help me. I don't know anything in core Java. You are helping me. Parenthesis. Okay. Switch idea. Then flower bracket. Case. Case DTDC. Am I right? Colon. Then what should I do? Then again flower bracket. Okay. Return new DTDC off. Okay. Return new DTDC off. I'm returning DTDC class object or not there? Case. What is there? Case. Tell me. DHL. DHEL. Tell me. Return new DHEL. Okay, new DHEL off. Array, after return break executes a worst fellows. Once return executed, break executes. After return statement, anything executes. Mahana Purushra Babu. Okay, default colon, throw, new illegal argument exception. What is there? Invalid ID. Yes, my dear. Okay, new invalid ID. See, guys, it is here I am having logic to return one of the dependent based on the dependent ID I received or not. If that is DTDC, return DTDC class object. DHEL, return what? DHEL class object. Else, in illegal argument exception. Is there any need of this hangama, boss? No. This is the end of the story or not there? Okay, that's good. So get object is doing its work or not there? Fine, guys. Now, get object type, what it has to return. It has to return type of the resultant object. So here type of the resultant object is, what is there? iCourier. What is there? iCourier dot class. That's a common type, na boss? Instead of saying DTDC dot class or DHEL dot class, what's the common type for both DTDC and A? Convinced or just you are saying S in S? Convinced or not? Okay, guys. Tell me why return type is iCourier? Because here I mentioned iCourier as the generic type. Same thing has become return type or not? That's great, fantastic. And this is anyhow returning true. I'm asking to create single object. Fine. Okay. That's good, guys. Go to e-commerce store. Go to what? E-commerce store. Qualifier DTDC at the rate auto ID is there, right? Okay, now listen. One important thing. If I run this code, we expect things should happen, right? But again, ambiguity problem comes. I will tell why. DTDC is a Spring Bean. DHL is a Spring Bean. Factory Bean is also returning one of those two objects. Now total 3 dependents are found or not there. Now total how many dependents are found, guys? 3 dependents are found. Again, ambiguity problem will rise or not there. You run it. You run it. Right click, Java application. This time, how many matchings are coming? DHEL and DTDs. Sir, what's happening, sir? Property file is not configured. Yeah, you are right. Let me configure property file also. Okay, yes, good suggestion. Property source com slash nt slash commons slash. Wait, one by one, naina, one by one. That's the one thing. Okay. Now, app config in component scan factory class package is mentioned. But for all of them, com.nt is the base package. For all of them, com.nt is the base package or not? Yes or no, na boss? Okay, that's good, great, fantastic. Okay, now let's have a look. StatsDP factory bean tested.java Java application. Okay, guys. Now you observe what is there, guys. DTDC dot deliver method is happening or not? DTDC dot deliver method is taking place or not there? Say something, my dear. Okay. Suppose I changed this one to DHL. I changed this one to DHL. StatsDP factory bean test. Run as Java application. Okay, ideal laddu decoration. DHL dot deliver method is taking place or not? problem is solved or not there? Can I say one more thing very specifically here? Can I say one more thing very specifically here? Can I comment this? Yes, remove this. Here is DTDC, guys. Comment this. Array, when you am creating object, bean class objects manually in what? I'm creating bean class objects manually in what? Factory bean class. Why should I again make them spring beans, guys? I can take them as what? Normal classes are not there. I can take them as normal classes are not there, guys. Okay, let's have a look, guys. Run as, what is there? Java application. Problem is solved or not solved? So right now I have taken dhl.deliver. Go to properties file, guys. Tell me. Here I change it to DTDC. Okay, same application runs by taking DTDC class as dependent class or not there. By simply taking DTDC class as dependent class or not there. Say something, my dear. I want reply, guys. Convinced with me or not there? Say something. Yes, I want reply from you people, guys. Come on, everyone. Super. Why I removed @ component on DHL and DTDC? Are factory bean itself I am creating object. What is need of again taking separate annotation to make them as spring bean? Unnecessarily are wasting object or not there? Am I using qualifier here? No. But still ambiguity problem is solved or not? This is the one of the technique to solve the ambiguity problem or not there? Okay. Now listen carefully. Listen carefully. I will go for StratZDP class, guys. StratZDP factory bean class, guys. Come on. Here is my system.out.println. I'll try to get all the bean IDs, right? System.out.println. What is there? Bean IDs are, what is there? Arrays.toString. Arrays.toString. Tell me here, where is this? Okay, ctx dot get alias bean definition names. ctx dot get bean alias names. StratZDP, guys, run as Java application. Super, guys. Look at the bean IDs, guys. Towards last one. App config courier ECS. App config courier ECS. Look at courier is what? Courier is for bean factory bean object or not? It's a bean ID of the factory bean or not? Okay, but you try to print the you try to get the bean object by submitting courier, guys. Am I going to get factory bean class object or it's a resultant object? Okay, you only check, guys. I courier. What courier? Otherwise, I'll try to refer with a superclass reference variable. Object obj is ctx dot get bean. ctx dot get bean. Tell me. What is their courier? System.out.println. What dot println? System.out.println. Class name is what, guys? Class name is obj dot get class. What dot get class, guys? obj dot get class. StratZDP factory bean, guys. Save as this. Are you getting my point? What you are getting? Though I submitted factory bean ID, am I getting factory bean class object class name? What I am getting here? It's a resultant object class name or not? At least now you agree with me. Factory beans are selfless beans or not? Okay, this is one more technique to solve the ambiguity problem or not? Sir, why it is not best solution? Because you are saying some other solution is best solution. A factory bean means you are making class implementing factory bean interface. That interface is what? Spring specific interface. That means class is becoming invasive or non-invasive. Invasive means tight coupling with Spring API are not there. That's why actually it's a good technique, but it has not become big technique because we are implementing what? Factory bean interface, which is a Spring specific interface, right, boss? Which is definitely what? A Spring specific interface. Agree with me, my dear. Come on, everyone. Got the clarity or not, guys? Super. Okay, that's great. File open. File open. What's your batch code now? 718. Spring Core. Spring Core. Spring Bean life cycle. That's good. Spring Bean life cycle. Session how much? 24. Factory Bean. Where is this? 24 only. Can I open Factory Bean theory, boss? Yeah, first time I'm doing in reverse. First practicals completed, understood the use case. Then we are trying to understand the concept. Already we understood the concept. I'm just trying to show the notes, nothing. It is called selfless Spring Bean. That means it does not give its own object as Spring Bean to inject. It always gives resultant object as a Spring Bean. To make normal Java class as factory Spring Bean, the class has to implement factory bean T interface. Need to provide implementation for 3 methods or not? Okay, guys, it's a default method returning true. It is Java 8 default method returning true. What is there, guys? Returning true. Get object contains logic to return resultant object or not? Contains logic to return resultant object or not there? Get object type returns resultant object class name. Okay, contains logic to return resultant object. Returns. These two are abstract methods, my dear. Abstract method. Compulsory we should implement them or not? What methods? Abstract. If engine factory is taken as factory bean, then it tries to return resultant object as the object to inject. When we make engine factory as what? Dependent Spring Bean to other Spring Bean like vehicle. If engine factory bean is returning petrol engine or diesel engine or electric engine as resultant object, then one of these 3 resultant objects will be injected to what? Vehicle object. When we make engine factory as the dependent to vehicle class. I hope you convinced. There I have taken courier factory bean. Here I am taking engine factory bean. One and the same are not. So factory bean is an interface are not there. Look at this. A bean that implement this interface cannot be used as normal. A factory bean is defined in a bean style, but the object exposed for bean references, what is this? Get object is always the object that it creates. The object that it creates. Factory bean can support singleton prototype, can either create object lazily, on demand, eagerly. The smart factory bean, all these things, right? Normal Spring Bean is selfless bean. That means its own class object will be injected. If Spring Bean is made dependent to what? Other target Spring Bean. Factory Bean is what? selfless spring bean, that means its resultant object will be injected as what? Dependent spring bean to other target spring bean. Are you getting my point there or not? If we configure factory bean as what? Dependent to target spring bean, then factory bean class object will not be injected. In fact, it's a resultant object given by get object method of factory bean is injected. If we call ctx.get method having factory bean ID, then the factory bean class object will not come. In fact, its resultant object given by what? Get object method of factory bean will come. Are you getting my point there or not? It's a resultant object given by factory bean will come or not there. Okay, guys. This is my vehicle class. Again, same old story, na boss. Maybe here I have taken what? A vehicle. Petrol engine, diesel engine, electric engine. Here is factory bit. Here is factory. See, guys, switch type. Type is what? Collected from property file. If type is petrol, petrol engine object. Diesel engine, electrical engine, other thing invalid engine type. Get object type. I am returning interface dot class or not there. Is singleton returning true or not there, guys? And I'm getting remaining things in a normal manner or not there. So anything great, guys? Their example is there on courier and e-commerce store. Your example is there on what? Vehicle and engine. Anyhow, it's a long pending assignment from so many days or not there on vehicle and engines, right? I solved ambiguity problem by using qualifier or by using what? Factory bina. By using qualifier or by using factory bina, guys. Okay, guys. Now here I will add one statement. In how many ways we can solve ambiguity problem? In how many ways we can solve ambiguity problem? Are you getting my point? By achieving, what is there? 100% loose coupling. By achieving 100% loose coupling. Yes, boss. Tell me. Here is my what? A, guys. Here is my A. What is A, my dear? Using at the rate qualifier plus qualifier plus alias name plus Spring Bean configuration file plus properties file. What file, guys? Proper. Okay. Next one, using factory bean and using factory bean and come on. Okay, properties file. Next, guys, C. Using factory bin, using profiles. Using profiles. What's the best one, guys? Right. Okay. Why it is not best? Not good because XML is used. Not good because XML is used. XML is used here. Not good. Factory bean class is becoming invasive by implementing predefined factory bean interface or not? Not good because the factory bean class, what guys? Class is implementing The factory bean class is implementing the predefined. What is there, guys? Predefined factory bean interface and becoming what, guys? And becoming invasive spring bean. What spring bean, guys? Invasive spring bean. Lastly, what is there? Using profiles. That's the best option we got it or not? Okay, no, XML is not there and invasiveness is not there. That's why profiles is best. But as of now, we completed profiles of future discussion. Okay, future discussion means we will be covering. Actually, I can cover in Spring also. If I teach everything in Spring Core, nothing will be there in Spring Boot Core to learn. That's why few topics I'm postponing to what, guys? Spring Boot Core, right? Future discussion. What is there? Discussion. Convinced with me, my dear. Come on, everyone. Okay, that's good. Great. Fantastic. Fine. Okay, we have one more document to read, guys. In that document, I have kept a lot of revision statements, guys. One-liner statements. Shall we see Spring Core module revision, guys? Yes, guys. Tell me here. Single line statements are not there. Single line statement about various topics of core module. Before going to interview, just go through these single liners. Maximum interviews you can clear if you have already done practice, if you have already done studies. No, I will not do anything directly. I will mug up these single liners mean you will stuck up in the interview like anything. You already done practice for revision purpose, for recap purpose, you can depend on this document. Understood or not? Array revision means already one time, multiple time, basic studies happen, then revision. If we feel revision itself main study or main preparation, sorry boss, it is going to harm you to clear interview. Because it's like that you know, but you don't know have clarity. That's more danger than not knowing anything, right? You don't know, fine. You don't know anything, you lost the interview. But now situation is what? You know the things, you can talk it, but you don't have depth knowledge of it. That time if you lose the some interview, it makes you very bad or not there. So that's why one-liners for those people who already done practicals, guys. New admin number. Raju, what do you expect, Raju? I should stop teaching current topic and I have to open my mobile and I have to give admin number. Then only you will listen the class. Huh? What do you expect from me? Tell me, Raju. Huh? You can ask me this question at the end of the session also, right? Fed up with what? Admin number comments. Pradeep Garu is not responding. Yesterday, I have given another admin number, guys. Okay. Okay. Mahmoud Kaif has given Akif has given admin number. I hope so. It's the correct number. Right. Please put admin number in Google Drive, sir, as some other guys asking every day. Fine. I'll put in this one, guys. Okay. They are also not responding. Don't call them, Ra. WhatsApp message, Ra Babu. Ask them. Okay. Fine. So, shall we go back to the subject? These time pass students will always be there, guys. Okay. Sometimes I feel few people are attending classes only to collect the notes. Sir, yesterday notes not uploaded, sir. They give the feeling as if I have done big blunder of making what? Nuclear bomb in Iran kind of thing. Okay. Fine. Priorities, Rababu. Priorities. You are missing admin, sir. Srikanta. Raghavendra Singh, how old are you? From how many days you are attending this course? Srikanth left organization 3 years back. Senior student of Amirpeta. I want to see my students as what? Senior software engineers, ra. But you are becoming senior student of Amirpet, right? Yes, yes, yeah. I don't want. I need SSE. I don't want SSEs, ra babu. I want SSC, senior software engineer. I think when you are in hostel, again, since the discussion has come, I am telling. There will be 1-2 seniors in every hostel who came to Amirpet 3 years back, 4 years back, right? Receiving junior, sub-junior, sub-sub-juniors, guiding them. Do that, ra, do this, ra. We also listen, Anna, good, great. Anna will tell everything to Thambis, but you don't do anything. Aisa no na? Stay away from such super senior. Because by looking at him, your motivation will go back. How much motivation I am giving by calling working people? Okay, by giving some inspirational quote, by looking at their face, everything will go up. This fellow there from 4 years, nothing happened. What about me? Stay away from him. If better not to wish him also. Better not to get into his shadow. Forget about his physical touch. His shadow also should not be touched. Try to stay with what? Positive people. Are you getting my point there? If possible, once course completed, don't stay in Amirpet, move to high-tech city area hostels. There also affordable hostels are there. But their working people will be there. That ecosystem is different. Their discussions are different. Their positive vibe is different. If you stay in Amirpet, jogi, jogi, big jogi, full of negative energy will be there, guys, right? If possible, move to Bangalore or Pune. At least new city, new vibes will be started, right? But Hyderabad is a good place to work, guys. Traffic wise, cost of living wise, and progress wise. Definitely, it's a good city to stay back. But don't stay in Amirpet. Aisa no na? Yeah, let's come back to this. Spring Bean. It's a Java class whose object is created and managed by IOC. IOC container. What is there? Okay. IOC container. It's a container given by Spring Framework to manage the life cycle of Spring Bean and to also perform dependency management on Spring Bean are not there. What is IOC? It's a specification having set of rules and guidelines to manage the dependency among the Spring Beans are not there. Dependency lookup, dependency injection or two implementation models are not there. Dependency lookup, what happened? The target Spring Bean searches and gets dependent Spring Bean class object are not there. Dependency injection, underlying container or server or framework dynamically injects dependent class object to target class object are not there. Setter injection, IOC container calls setter method to assign dependent class object to target class object. Constructor injection, IOC container uses what? Parameterized constructor to create target Spring Bean class object and also to assign what? Dependent object to target object, right? Field injection, guys. Okay, IOC container access has a property of target Spring Bean and injects value to that, guys. Come on. Arbitrary method injection. IOC container uses arbitrary method to assign dependent Spring Bean class object to target Spring Bean class object are not there. Stereotype annotation. Listen, whenever I use some terminologies, the real life example, what I discussed in the classroom should come into your brain. Stereotype annotation means what is the example I have given? Girls dressing is not stereotype dressing. Boys dressing is what? Stereotype dressing. Remembered? Later I said multiple annotation having more or less similar behavior are called as what? Stereotype annotations. Are you getting my point there? Component, service, repository, controller, configuration, and etc. All the things together are called as what? All the things together are called as what? Stereotype annotations. Are you getting my point there or not there? See, I generally take real life example either on the food, either on what? Boy and girl. Yes, you might have noticed it, right? No other reason, Rababu. You will connect to them very fastly. No other reason. And don't judge me based on those examples. सार को बहुत पता है ऐसा नो ना I know your inner talks. Yes, I also gone through some life. I also know few things. It's not like that. I also know few things. Oh, that's why they don't like classmates. They like what? Super seniors. What were Nimma Nibbi batch? Okay, come back. Nah. Yeah, at the rate auto. Yeah, if you want to inject one spring bean to another spring bean, we have at the rate auto wide or not there. At the rate value to inject simple values collected from property files, system properties, environment variable, hard coded values. We have to use at the rate value annotation or not. At the rate component scan, guys. To make IOC container canning some packages and to recognize stereotype annotation classes as spring beans. Property source to configure single property file. Property sources to configure multiple property files. Primary to solve the ambiguity problem. Qualifier, best way to solve the ambiguity problem. Import resource to link XML file with the configuration class. At the rate configuration to make Java class as what? Spring bean. At the rate bean to make method returned object as spring bean. At the rate scope to specify spring bean scope, right? Total 6 scopes are there. Default scope is singleton. Why are you wasting energy, Ra? Total 6 scopes are there. Default scope is singleton. Who asked remaining scopes? Huh? Don't habituate reading the Blackboard content, Rababu. Fine, lazy. If you want to disable pre-instantiation of singleton scope bean, we have to go for lazy true or not there. Spring bean life cycle. Who manages it? I was. By rising how many life cycle events? By calling how many life cycle methods? What are those two methods? Don't say init and destroy because they are not fixed. Custom init, custom destroy method. What method, guys? Okay, guys. Additional features of application context container. Pre-instantiation, annotation-driven configuration, support for internationalization, ability to work with property file and placeholder, event handling, ability to start and stop the container are not there. Yeah, environment object. The value collected from property file, system properties, environment variable will be first stored into environment object. From there, they will be stored into what? From there, they come to Spring Bean properties. Import to link one configuration class with another configuration class. We can use this technique or not there. Okay, different ways of solving ambiguity problem. What is that? Primary qualifier by matching bean ID with a dependent bean ID or not there. Various ways of creating IOC content. Various ways of creating what? IOC. One is file system, other one is class path, other one is what? XML web application context. Everyone getting my point there or not? Okay, guys, come on, everyone. Are you getting my point? Using annotation, Java code, Java config driven configuration, guys. Java config driven configuration. What is that? Annotation config application context is equal to new annotation. This is for standalone application. This is for web application. How to import already available or existing projects in Eclipse IDE. You are downloading zip file na. When you extract, you will get the projects. You have to bring them to Eclipse IDE to run them. Okay, file menu, import option, select what? Yeah, general, existing project into workspace. What is factory bin? Just now we discussed about this, guys. Should I talk about factory bin? Whenever I talk about anything new, my real life example should strike into your brain. Factory bin, selfless bin. Normal bin, selfish bin. Selfless means it won't inject itself. It always going to give one or other resultant. Interesting or not there? Convinced with me or not there? What do you say, guys? So this is about factory bin discussion or not there? Super. With that, let's break coconut for what? Spring core module. Spring core only, not whole course. Spring core module is completed. Tomorrow onwards, Spring Boot core. Introduction is very, very important. 10 to 12 sessions will be there on Spring Boot core. But here I am going to develop one mini project. Yes. Then Spring Boot data JPA. Then Spring Boot MVC. Spring Boot REST. Lastly, Spring Boot Cloud. These are the main topics which happens on regular days. Common topics are there. Kafka, security, OAuth, scheduling, batch processing, X, Y, Z. Many are there. They will be running on weekends. Weekend means Saturday, Sunday. Saturday 2 sessions, Sunday 2 sessions. One weekend, one topic will be over. When it will be started? Once Spring Boot core is completed, be ready for weekend topics. Maybe in the middle of the Spring Boot core only, I will be taking up what? Weekend topics. So please give your weekends very effectively to me. I think most of the you people already completed other courses. Right now, attending only one course and ready for placements. I think if I take sessions on Saturday, Sunday, you'll cooperate with me. Saturday, 2 sessions or 3 sessions. Sunday, 1 session or 2 sessions. Sunday, generally sessions will be what? Morning up to before 11 o'clock only they will be completed. So that after 11 you can plan your day. Those who want to spend time for personal development, do it. Those who want. Personal development means what? Kapada dona. Will be there. I know that. I know that. I also spend a lot of bachelor life. Okay. Fine. Okay. And some people goes to Gurudwara Langar also. I know that. Sir, how you know all these things, sir? Earlier, I used to conduct common topics in offline mode for all batches, common topic on Sundays. How I'm conducting online now, right? And 1-2 students seriously came and cried in front of me. इधर अच्छा खाना नहीं मिल रहा है. At least let me enjoy good food in what? Langar. I did not understand what is Langar. I thought it's a restaurant name. But later they only explained. अच्छा खाना देता साहब उधर. Okay. How many days you will wait for Langar? Settle down in life. You can appoint your own cook in your own flat, enjoying your own dedicated Wi-Fi network. Aisa no na? You want everything dedicated? First settle down in life. Otherwise, your life will be in sharing mode only. In all aspects. Getting my point? Super, guys. Now let me upload the classroom application and other things, guys. Environment object explain little, sir. I am not getting. Dudek Lucian, jump into the drainage, ra. Jump into the open nala. Let me say that one point. How much time we spend on environment object, right? Before going to spring bean properties where placeholders are placed. First of all, where they will be kept, boss? Where they will be kept, boss? I want reply. Environment object are not there. It's a ready-made available spring bean are not there. Array, we got access to that object ctx dot get environment, right? Remember that? And we have already discussed it is the object of a class that implements environment interface. Array, missing class does not mean you missed the content. Mr. Dudekla, you missed class, but you not even read that document. I'm worried about that, guys. Come on. Dudekla Hussain is Basha is offline admin and is admin class. Array, that Dudekla is different. This Dudekla is different. Okay. That Dudekla is different. This Dudekla is different. We have not learned start stop container. Saman Johari, jump into the drainage. Ra. Initially, I used to call ctx.close method. Don't you think we are stopping the container manually? Come on, guys. And we are creating container by using new operator. Super, guys. How much time took so? Took so. Okay. It took so 12 days. Am I right, Mr. Tooks? My dear fellow. Improve English, Ra, my dear. What is Tooks, Ra, Babu? Okay. Early morning session not possible, sir. BCS night saved. On weekend, some due to prod issues. Priyam, we'll see that one. Okay. Right. Okay. Let me upload this one, guys. Guys, while speaking, no grammar, no spells are required. While writing, spells and grammar is required. Be confident while writing. Okay, don't think that I'm commenting your English. It happens. No one is perfect English because it is not our mother tongue. But minimum things you have to follow, right? Okay, fine. So don't take my comment as negative. Try to improve. Speaking English, no grammar, no spells to follow. But writing wise, minimum grammar you have to follow. Yeah, where is this, guys? 7 p.m., right? Spring Core. File upload. Where is this, guys? Excited to attend Spring Boot Core? Yes. 24, 25. Yeah. Come back, guys. 7 p.m. Classroom applications. File upload. Here is what? Spring. Where is that? Spring. E-Drive. What is the workspaces is our folder. Spring here. What's your batch code? 718. Let me remove this. Let me remove this. Right click, guys. 7-zip. 718 zip, guys. 718 zip. Here is my what? Up to July. Array, few days. 24th. 24th, 25th. July 24th. Open this. This is done, guys. Right. Why not question and answer revision class tomorrow? Priya Sen, how many revision classes you need? You want to progress in the classes or you want to have regular one? You can have questions today. Okay. You can have a questions. Priyam, Priya, whatever it is. You can have queries today, guys. When Deus Ex Apps batch will start? I think they are planning in the next week in 5 p.m. slot. They say 5 p.m., but you will be here by 5:15. Okay. Do you have any revision session? Why parallel revision session? I did not get you. If you are practicing every day, do I need any parallel revision? And anyhow, on Saturdays, every Saturday you are writing exam on core module, it seems. Please, guys, you don't make your laziness as a standard protocol, please. Every session matters for me because I have a used syllabus, right? Do you come from 5 p.m. class from office? No. Okay, new admin. I am a consultant, boss. I am a consultant. Okay, consultant does not go to office most of the time. When situation comes, we go and address the things, right? Okay. Right. Where is the JRTP classes? Is that important batch? More than thousand working professionals are waiting. We also attend that session. Yes, you cannot attend now. You have to complete this course. At least 50% of this course should be completed in order to attend JRTP batch. In order to attend JRTP batch, can you please tell admin to upload the recording right after the class? Definitely. I'll guide them. Thank you, guys. Revise. If you have any queries, please clarify tomorrow. Tomorrow, after taking few queries of core module, I will be going for Spring Boot core. Are you ready for that? Thank you. Have a